Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Rising. This is your March 2020 video. We're going to be talking about the full moon that happens at the beginning of March. We're also going to discuss the planet Neptune and the sun. The sun and Neptune merge up and sit on top of each other. Recognize that the sun is your vitality. It is your light. It is how you express. It is how you shine your best. Neptune dissolves. Neptune adds clouds of illusion and delusion. And then we're going to have the big full moon, which is going to happen right after Neptune and the sun hook up. So you're going to want to know where this happens in your life, what people in your life that you'll be relating with that this may be affecting, and how that will affect you. So let's dig deep into the astrology, all astrology, right here, right now. All right, Neptune comes in and it tries to test our perception abilities. It takes its hands and puts them over our eyes and says, aha, who is it, right? That's Neptune. That's Neptune. It's like, can you tell who it is by the way I feel? Can you tell who it is by the way I sound? This is all Neptune stuff, sounds and feelings, all Neptune. And the merging of those things, all Neptune. So when Neptune and the sun merge up, we have this blending that goes on. And this blending has to do with others in my life. So let's find out where this is going to happen for you. Like, what kind of folks? This energy occurs. You have Pisces in your 10th house. So this means this could happen at work. 10th house typically is our career. It's our profession. The 10th house is our goals and our ambitions in the world. The 10th house is also people who are considered authority figures in our life. All right. So that could be parents. That could be government officials, officials of any kind, whoever you consider an authoritative person in your world, right? You get pulled over by a cop. He is the authority figure on the scene, right? So this energy enables you to feel what they're feeling. That is what Neptune and the sun do when they're together. It raises your awareness. I have the words greater awareness written down. Intuitively, feeling intuitively. If you are already a highly intuitive individual, you would want to know about this, because what happens during this time is other folks' feelings and emotions literally merge into yours more easily. Now, this is a short transit. This is likely going to begin on the 6th of March. Be aware of that and be aware of your own energy and how you merge when you relate with others, how well you do, and what kind of personalities, what kind of folks, lift you or take you down. This is going to be important to know, because when Neptune and the sun merge, the sun's your vitality, Neptune puts its little clouds and kind of covers it. That means you may feel run down. You may not be feeling so bright and shiny and chippery, okay? And so the last thing you want to do is have interactions with folks that bring you down even when you are normally feeling strong, okay? This would be a time when you would need to know this so that you can plan accordingly, strategically. Another thing about Neptune and the sun is there is less resistance to substances at this time. This is very similar to the Neptune-Mars energy, where our physical vitality and where we have sensitivities that just are there that were not there so much before. So if you took a certain amount of this before, you may find at this time that certain amount of whatever that was, whether it's a prescription or whatever, right? Cannabis is all the rage now. Whatever that is, it might just knock you out flat on your butt. So just be aware and pay attention to your own body and to what you're feeling. So the merging with other people's energy. This kind of energy is really good for volunteer work. It's really good for charity because we're very empathic. We are very sympathetic to what another's going through, to what they're feeling, to their struggle. We become very aware of it because we lessen ourselves, and what we're feeling kind of takes a back seat because Neptune comes and it clouds us. Knowing this will help you because these days, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, those are the days preceding the big full moon. Now I'm calling it the big full moon. It's at 19 degrees and 37 minutes in Virgo energy, all right? The sun and Neptune are at the opposite end. They literally pair up at 18 degrees of Pisces. So if the 18 degrees of Pisces energy happens in your 10th house, that means the full moon occurs down in your 4th house, your home, all right? So elevated emotions in the home, elevated emotions in matters of your emotions, in areas of what you feel, because that's what the fourth house represents. It is your inner sanctuary as well as your physical sanctuary, your surroundings. You're going to have the big full moon there. And when that full moon is lit, it brings to the surface subconscious emotions. And these emotions, because of this placement, right? This is in Virgo, it's details from the past, details that are in your subconscious that you weren't aware of, but they're going to raise up as emotions. It's like a response. Now, typically when we have the moon at one end and we have Neptune at the other, we're easily discouraged at this time. Now, we're talking about work and home, okay? So be aware of this, okay? Be aware that folks might say things that hurt your feelings. Your feelings will be easily bruised at this time. There can also be, like I said, a sense of feeling discouraged, you know, like someone's being nitpicky towards you. Recognize the confusion when we can feel what others are feeling and when we can feel our own stuff. There may be this, but if this is their stuff, and then right then there's this merging of, because it happens so fast, right? The very next day, practically, you've got the full moon highlighting your emotions. There may be a temptation. There may be an inclination to not want to recognize and acknowledge what came to the surface on your end of your emotions, and to put it on somebody else and to say, this isn't mine, this is theirs. So be aware of that, because this is one of these full moons where it's really about accountability, self-accountability. Be aware of your own emotions and the own responses that rise up in you that you may not express, right? Or you find yourself fighting to hold back. You might be shocked by some of the things that you are feeling. My recommendation has been delay. Delay by a day. That's what I have written down. Delay by a day, because it is the darkest before the light, right? It is the time that I gave before when we have a clarity, which is March 10th to March 14th. Forgive me, my eyes are in a very strange mode right now. But we have this energy where it's confusion and darkness and doubt. And don't lose faith. Literally, I have it written down. Don't lose faith. This is that time whenever Neptune is involved, it throws these clouds of illusion and delusion to test our faith, basically, to believe in that which you cannot see. That is the Neptune, the Pisces energy. And when we have more confusion happening with what someone else is feeling, and we have confusion with all of a sudden I have emotions coming up that I never was aware of before, and all of a sudden they're coming to the surface, it becomes convoluted. It's like, what's mine and what's theirs? So at this time, there's just going to be a delay, because there's going to be, you know, after the 9th, the 10th comes around, and then Mercury is moving direct. Mercury went back, got its information, it's moving direct. The moon is pulling away off of that 19-degree, 20-degree mark. The sun is pulling in the opposite direction, away, getting further away from Mercury, getting further away from the sun, getting further away from Neptune. And so we are getting a moment of clarity. Okay, so I hope this helps, and just keep in mind that we are trying to hold on to the words emotional accountability of self. So for Gemini Ascendant, Gemini Risings, I hope this has put some light upon your path.